Welcome to Vanguard K9. I'm Grandmaster Von the Muff, the world's greatest puppy imprinter with some of the world's greatest working puppies. I'm going to talk about teaching your puppy the alert, the trigger word, and how to acclimate your puppy to the obedient command of the trigger word. Everyone has their trigger word, whether it's attack, steal, pass off, get him, watch him. Whatever those words are, that'll be your trigger word. For instance, your dog is here on a tie, and the person is hiding behind a tree. And if my dog was tied here and the guy was tied behind this tree, we've already premeditated. We already rehearsed what we're gonna do. So as soon as I say the trigger word, get him, the guy jumps out from behind the tree. And then he goes behind the tree. And if the dog barks, I immediately say, good boy, that's a good get him. Good boy, you was getting him. See, now I'm programming the dog to the trigger word. I'm praising him for responding, for reacting to the trigger word. And so after 30 or 40 seconds to go by, or maybe a minute or two, I let the dog calm down. And again, the guy, I'll signal, let him know I'm finna get ready to do it, so I don't have to talk to the guy and the dog is aware he's there. I'll say the trigger word again. Pass up. Pass up, boy. Pass up. He jumps out as soon as I say it one time. Your dog responds. Good boy. Pass off. Good boy. Pass off. Pass off. Attack. Get him. Whatever the word is. I'll praise the dog again. Make a big fuss out of it. If I want to pull out some treats. Whatever it is to get your dog to respond every time you say that trigger word. That's just like an obedience command. If you tell the dog to sit, that's the trigger word. You're communicating with him to get him to exhibit such behaviors by saying words, the trigger words. Here's an example of a treat that we would use if we were teaching the dog the command to bark, or getting ready to teach him that guys or people or suspects or jump out behind a tree and he can get a bite. So for example, I would say, watch him, boy. Good boy. You was watching them. He was watching them. Now, he stayed there a little longer, and we don't know how long the dog will bark. But normally, mine is a quick come out and come in. So now this time, I just want you to step out, move your foot 2 times, and step back behind the tree. Now, you ready? Watch him, boy. Get him. Good boy. You was getting him. You was getting him. You see that? That's real easy. Sometimes you can have a guy run to another tree, or you can pull out the prey item. It's the same thing. It's no difference. Attica. Yes. Good boy. Attica. As I said, you don't want to create a bunch of defense in your dog. You can use this same method that I talk about when you're doing defense at nighttime with puppies, with adult dogs. But you don't want to put pressure on a dog. Pressure or push a dog into defense and some dogs into avoidance. and you can ruin a dog that doesn't come from the correct genetics. But here at Vanguard, we breed dogs with the correct genetics. And so having master trainers, master apprentices, or master helpers, they're able to read the dog and know what is too much pressure. You can grab me. Out of car. Out of car. Out of car. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Too much pressure is when I come too close to the dog. You know, that's too much. You know, you get more results with distance. Out of car. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Yes. What we're doing is just doing a little bit of teasing with the dogs. Nothing really serious. Just showing the dog a few things. This time come like you coming, but just come right. You can come around this way. Oh, go around there. Out of car. Out of car. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy. So whenever you play in the game with these puppies, you want to keep your distance. You want to create this aloofness, this suspiciousness, to get the dog to bark. And that's what dogs do when they're alarmed and they don't know what's going on or something aroused them. They become suspicious. These are herding dogs. They're bred for that. Dogs with the correct genetics will do exactly what we're talking about. Attica. Good boy. Behind that tree. Good boy. Yeah. Come on. It is very important that we understand that trigger words are also the foundation for your words that you will use later on for attack. Now, barking and biting, they're two separate commands, two separate acts. You bark doesn't mean you bite. Now that's where genetics come into play. If a dog has the correct genetics, sometimes the light bulb effect go off and you've been doing bite work with the sleeve and he understands that possibly he could bite. But we're teaching the bark command, so you don't use any bite in this. Now, if you begin to do this and he learns the trigger word and you let him bite, he'll eventually bite and understand the trigger word bark, and then he'll get a bite afterwards. Sometimes he get a little hectic and can't focus. And these are dogs that are high-strung dogs, you know, some dogs that don't possess the attributes and the character and the genetics to bite. They sometimes are more comfortable just barking, you know. So if you want to get a dog to bite after this, there's other stages and steps to do it, but we're talking about barking. We're talking about barking and programming the command trigger word to bark. And so I'm gonna give you an example of that with a puppy, a 5-month-old puppy of ours that we have here at the kennel. And I'm also going to do some bite work. We're going to create a whole archive of videos for this. So we need you guys to support us. We're VanguardK9.com. You can also donate to our Cash App. That's $ULYSEEMUFFJR. Have any questions, concerns, you can always email us at VanguardK9.com. Come on. No, don't pick it up. Don't hesitate to pick up the phone and dial 904-450-3339. We are VanguardK9.com, your leaders with some of the world's greatest working puppies.